Hello everybody, this is Donna again. Hey, I just wanted to show you this really quick video. I promise it will be long. I'll stop trying to talk as much. I did this really quick project when I came home from work today. Actually, I didn't start it immediately when I came home. I was cleaning up my craft room, and tonight is Thursday night, and of course tonight is Scandal Night, which is my favorite show. I don't miss it. So I figured what I would do is kind of sort of create a project while I was waiting for Scandal to come on. And so I created this project. It probably took me about 25 minutes, maybe a half hour to finish it. But essentially what I did, there was no thought to this process at all. I didn't even really have any vision in mind. I knew I wanted to create something light and bright. And I also knew that I wanted to use this quote by Nelson Mandela, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But essentially what I wanted to do was just do something bright and airy and positive and something that was inspiring. And we've had some terrible weather here in Maryland over the last couple of weeks. We've had snow, we've had frigid cold, we've had high winds, we've had 80 degrees, and then it dropped down to 30 degrees with the possibility of snow showers. So I wanted to create something light and airy and bright and kind of sort of springy, because hopefully we'll have spring one day. So anyway, I'll just get started. With this pack of watercolor paper, I got this from my friend and business partner Val probably about 3 Christmases ago. And I used it once, but for whatever reason, first of all, the quality of the paper is amazing. It's amazing quality paper. I've used a couple of packs from it. As you can see, it's nice and thick. But the problem is that my papers on this thing, hold on a second, I'll show you, have stuck together. And I have no idea. I have no understanding why they stuck together like that. It says that it's cold pressed. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't really know. But I'm going to look it up and see. But anyway, I used this paper to create this canvas. And it's really not a canvas. It's just an art journal piece. And I'm actually going to take it to work with me and hang it up in my office to give me inspiration. And again, the quote is from Nelson Mandela. And it says, it always seems impossible until it's done. So I love that quote. And what I initially did was lay down some gesso on the paper, because I believe the gesso kind of soaks up the colors really well. And I'm really a big, strong advocate for using. So many mixed media artists and so many people recommend it. And I totally agree. Laying your gesso down on your paper before you start to paint and use paints and mediums and so forth just somehow sucks in or takes the color well. I don't know. Sorry for that shaking. So anyway, the first color that I laid down, and I did this all with my fingers, by the way. The first color that I laid down is this beautiful color, and I'll show you in a minute. It's called, it's called Emerald Green. Nope, I take that back, my friends. It's called Blue Pearl. It's this color by Folk Art. Here you go. That's it. It's called Blue Pearl. And it's this really metallic-y color. So all I essentially did was use my fingers to put that color down first. And then, because I wanted to make it nice and bright, you know, I'm sure you guys have seen that technique where you take the distress pad. In this case, I use mustard yellow. I'll scan it a little bit so you can see that color. And I squish or mush the distress pad on my this thing. I laid it down, and then I squirted it with some water, and then I dipped my finger in it, and I literally just, hold on a second, I took my finger and I just kind of put the color in. So this was all a very messy project. And excuse me, my sinuses are kicking in. Sorry for the sniffling. But I just used my fingers to get messy. And then, of course, to create this, I use my stencil I use my stencil to create this this background, this very dimensional background. And I use this golden molding paste, light molding paste. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. You've probably seen it. I like golden. I just love, particularly the light one. I totally love it. So I use that to create the dimension with my stencil. And I love that stencil too, because it's just a word. So I hope you guys can see that. I hope you can see that metallic blue in the background. And then, of course, I added some flowers. And I added the butterflies. Those butterflies, I cut them from a strip. I found them at Michael's, I think. And they were all on one strip. So I cut out all the yellow ones and thought it added a nice touch to this very light and airy piece that I was trying to create. Those flowers just came from my stash. I've had them forever. And that metallic blue element you see was just some, it was a Christmas ornament, and I pulled it apart and I knew I was going to use it because of course turquoise is my favorite color. And so I just added some dimension to the page. I added one here and up here and up there, and then I added some ribbon strips. That's all these are, just ribbon strips. It comes from, hold on, I'll pan around to it, that ribbon strip right there, and I just pulled it apart and added some ribbon to my piece just to give it some interest, some visual interest. And that is pretty much it. And these white things, those came in a pack. They're die cuts, and they came in a pack. I believe they are Martha Stewart. Don't quote me. They had a big 50% sale off of Martha Stewart stuff this past weekend, and so I just grabbed it, and I just put it down. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, it took me about 25-30 minutes to create this project. It wasn't hard to do. It was very relaxing and very therapeutic. And of course, I love, 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 love this quote. So what I'm going to do is hang it in my office, and it'll be nice and inspiring for me to look up at every day, and it'll make me happy. So I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, or just leave a comment, or if you have any questions about, some of the techniques I used, and I'm sure you've seen these techniques 1,000 times, just let me know, and I'll try to fill you in. But this is going to be one of many videos I hope to share with you guys and share with you some of the projects that I am working on. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Smooches!